Hi, we're going to do a Valentine's frame today, and I just have a wet paper towel, a dry one. I got Pixie Punk Pink Magenta, and just this little thing I'm going to dab it on. I went to Michael's, and I just got this frame a long time ago. Maybe it was Dollar Store. I don't know. I can't remember actually, but Dollar Store is actually having some good things in it now, so possible. So I'm just taking everything off. I am not going to wood burn this one today because sometimes I know it's hard for people and they don't want to wood burn. So we are going to work on this. First step is to put it down, let it dry. Alrighty, let's get started. The hardest part is right where you put your fingerprints, so if you can figure out a way, get that last swipe in. Now I put a lot on to begin with, but I didn't really overall use a lot. And let me get it up closer to the camera. And you can see that the wood grain is showing through still. And this is the way that I wanted it. It actually looks, gives it a little extra texture, I guess, that makes it look better, I believe. And I'm not going to do this yet. This is going to be for later. Okay, I'm going to let that sit and dry. And then let me tell you a little bit about the idea I'm going to go for. This glitter is, oh my gosh, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. And I got this at Michael's. Going to use that. I'm going to draw on little hearts. I'm not sure if they're going to be in the gold, or I might just use like a marker and put them on. Just cute stuff like hearts. And I'm going to look around here for any little, even if you have sequins that are kind of neat, that's neat to glue on. If they're big enough, I mean, it might be hard to glue them on. You don't want that big glue blop on the outside. But let me see what I can round up here while this is drying. Next up, I use this 3D crystal lacquer glue. It dries clear and it takes like a little while to dry. I kind of like that. Very, when I cut the tip off, of course, it comes out very thin. And I just went around and drew some hearts and some squiggle lines. I tried to keep it thin, and that was just to make it look a little bit better, I thought in my head. But anyways, you could watch this and see how I did it. Just put a lot of glitter down, and I waited about 5 minutes and then shook it off, but very carefully not to touch the glue because that glue is still wet. But just carefully did that. Saved a paper underneath there. That actually helps. And then just reapply the glitter to make sure I have every part I need. And then I kept working on the project. Well, I left this on here a little longer, you'll see. But then I kept working and I just tried not to touch that glue just so I could get it all done in about a day, you know. The next day is when I do like the top coat and all that, you'll see. But then I try to get off all that excess glitter that didn't, it's still sticking but not in the glue. Now I use a Deco Color Premium. I have so many of these markers. It's like a paint marker. It's just such a pretty metallic that comes out. And right here I was struggling a little bit because off camera you have to dab it and then you don't want a big glop, so you have to be really, really careful. And it wasn't giving me what I really, really wanted. So in a little bit you'll see that I actually use another marker just to go over and make an outline. But I'll let you watch and see.
You walk in like a spark on a fuse. Leather boots, not afraid to bruise. Got that don't care kiss in your smile. Been free for a long, long while. You paint your lips in danger red. Speak your truth, leave nothing unsaid. The world don't tame what it can outdo. Honey, wild looks good on you. Yeah, wild looks good on you. That storm in your soul shining through. You ain't here to fade to gray. You're the thunder in the day. You wear that fire like you were born to. Damn, wild looks good on you. You dance through wrecks, you've kissed the scars. You lit your way by broken stars.
I have these little gems that have kind of just been sitting around, and I thought I was recording. And so right after this, I put them on, and alls I did is took that same glue and just put tiny dabs. And I really tried to make sure that because that glue is so good that I didn't need a gigantic glop. And so I tried really hard. And it's good that that glue dries clear, but you still don't want to like a big glop of glue. So I didn't I thought I pressed record, but I guess I didn't. And so I mean, I think everybody would be okay like just putting that on themselves, but it's just a glop of glue, tiny glop of glue, and then just put that on there. You could use tweezers or whatever. I didn't, but sometimes tweezers do help, and sometimes it makes it harder to pick up the gems. But then I continued on with a marker because I'm like, oh, I want this to just puke Valentine's Day. So I kept going and kept going. I'm actually gonna give this to my best friend. We do Valentine's Day dinners with our husbands, and um, I don't know. I just think it would be fun to give her like a gift like this and put a picture of us in it, which while I'm editing this, I'm frantically looking for a picture that will fit. I'm going to be doing the finishing touches, and I'm going to be using Aphrodite. It's a rose gold metallic stain. And really, if you don't have that or you want to finish it with something like black paint, which I'm trying to make this all Valentines, all pink and gold. So, but really, just pick anything that you like. I'm hoping that this will be an easy go around. Won't even need that much, so I always save and put it back later.
You turn every rule into art. Raise a toast to your reckless heart. Every crack shows something true. And wild looks damn good on you. Yeah, wild looks good on you. That storm in your soul shining through. You ain't here to fade to gray. You're the thunder in the day. You wear that fire like you were born to. Damn, wild looks good on you. Let 'em talk, let 'em stare. You're the truth they wish they dare. Can't cage the wind, can't drown the flame. You ain't playing their little game. Wild looks good on you. Every move, every bruise, every hue. You've earned that crown of untamed grace. A little dirt, a lot of lace. So keep it loud, keep it true. Yeah, wild looks good on you.
Set this down and let it dry. Okay, it's snowing really, really bad outside, and I gotta finish this, so I'm gonna spray. I've set up a little stand here, but I really don't want the camera too close. Let me zoom in instead and move back. But I'm gonna spray it twice and then move this around, you know, to get the sides. And I might not show it all because I just don't want my iPhone to get this on the camera. All right. It's a little, okay. Okay, and then I will probably put the camera down and get the other spots, but this will get 2 coats. And the reason you have to do it is because unicorn spit has to be sealed, and it's water-based, so this is not water-based. And if you use the water base on top of unicorn spit, it reactivates. So you have to be careful. You can use the oil base after it's dry, of course, but one quick way, and you might have seen my other videos, but I spray first, then use water base if you don't like how the yellow kind of comes out of the oil-based ones. It, you know, it does a little. But alrighty, let me finish this. Alrighty, it's all done. It looks so pretty. Screams Valentine's Day, which is what I wanted. That's a good one.